I'm getting a download that is just blowing my mind right now. I just visualize myself as the brightest star in the sky because as a little girl, I would always look up at the sky and I would find the brightest star and would say, "That's me. That's me." And I've been doing this all my life. When things in life got heavy, I would always look outside into the night sky for the brightest star. So I'm sitting here and now I'm putting all the pieces of the puzzle together and I'm seeing the law of correspondence. As above, so below. Now the pieces are beginning to connect. That bright star that I'm looking at in the night sky is my higher self, looking down on my lower self, because we are here in the third dimension of time where light becomes matter. Everything appears solid on the third dimension of time. But when we fell from the higher dimension, our frequency got distorted. We began to see up as down and down as up. We fell and bumped our heads. Now we are in a sleep state at the third dimension, but we're in a dream state. So we don't know that we're actually asleep in a dream, if that makes sense. We are in a dream, but we're sleeping. We're physically sleeping in a dream. So it's almost like, let me see if I can paint a picture so make sure it come across clear because I can see it. Okay, so yeah, when you knock yourself unconscious, you are in a dream inside your unconsciousness. But your higher self is trying to guide you through your dream state, giving you clues to your true identity. That's why I, as a little girl and as an adult still to this day, always look up into the sky for that bright, shining star, because that's me on a higher frequency. OMG. That's why when I was 22 and tried to commit suicide, Death told me he could not make me his bride because I was too powerful. I had to remember my mission or live in eternity miserable. I ain't want to live miserable now. No, because I ain't like how that feel, I couldn't live miserable. Miserable? Oh, no, not miserable. So I had to figure out how to get my shit together. I was sitting at a table one day putting together a 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm sitting there putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And at that time in my life, I was at a standstill. And I was holding the piece in my hand, and the epiphany came. Oh, snap. This is you. This is me. I'm stuck. I'm sitting at a table in my higher life, holding a piece, trying to figure out what this experience means. See, because I equate the pieces of life to experiences of life. And I needed to know, what was that experience supposed to teach me? And oh my goodness, now as I sit, putting the pieces of my puzzle together again, I see an even bigger picture. Ooh, death couldn't make me his bride because death ain't real. I've awoken to who I am. And now I'm telling you, wake up. You fell from the higher to the lower and your frequency got distorted. You call up, down, and down, up. That's why you think a man gave birth to a woman. And it can't happen like that. Because in order for a man to exist, he must exit a woman. So how could he be the creator when she, who is you and me, are the creators in physical form? Yeah. In the fall, we split. We split ourselves into two, a male and a female. But the energy is still the same. That masculine, feminine energy that embodies us all stayed the same. We just physically separated from one another. That's why when you go on looking for yourself in a relationship, you're looking for your opposite. I found my opposite 2 times. No, I take that back. The first one, he was my mirror. We were too much alike. And I saw that. I said, oh no, we matchy-matchy. Wherever I'm strong, he's strong. Wherever I'm weak, he weak. Oh, that don't work. So that's a clue I left myself. No, that ain't what you want. So the next marriage, I knew to find my opposite. So I wasn't looking for tall because I kept giving myself short. So when you start having these patterns of, okay, all these men looking at me are short, little and young. Yeah, like churn young. When I say churn, I'm talking like churn, like my kid's age. Because my son, he was in middle school, and he said, Mom, the boys in the class, or high school or middle school, one of those, he said, boys in my class say, you're hot. Then when he got to wrestling, he was like, Mom, the guys on my wrestling team say, you're hot. And I'm thinking, what? Wait a minute, let me find out I'm the hot mom. Let me find out. And I think I still am. Because just the other day, I was at my son's house, and he was like, Mom, it looks like you're aging backwards. And I was like, you think so? Baby, let me tell you, you will leave yourself some clues to make yourself feel like that star in the sky. Baby, you gotta wake up. You unconscious. You live in an unconscious fake dream. You are asleep because you're serving the external God. Remember, you fell. You bumped your head. Now your frequencies is distorted. You're in a coma, and you're having this dream inside your coma. That isn't real. It's a part of the distortion. When you realize that, now you get to go into that infinity. Because the law of polarity says everything has a pole, that yin and that yang, because we've been distorted. But when you get back into that infinite energy where things never end, it's a continuous infinity symbol. Death doesn't exist there. See what I'm saying? It's a false reality. You're living in a dream. You are in a matrix. You're in a distortion. It's not real. You are the galaxies. You are the universes. Each family is a universe. As above, so below. The law of correspondence says you should intelligently reason the unknown against the known. Let me say it again to make sure we got this clear. The law of correspondence says you should intelligently be able to reason the unknown against the known. So if I'm looking at the known and I'm seeing here in the known, it takes a female and a male to join forces to create another universe. Why would I think on the above, the God single